A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to HJN Season 3. Maybe more importantly, though, the subjects that I have in mind are going to be pretty much relevant based on certain instances. Anything that I can find that correlates to everyday life as we know it, I will indeed talk about for this series. And considering that nearly 2,000 things have been put together, I'd say I've certainly been able to carry on for such a while with all this. Nearly 4 years after the very beginning. I'd say after all this time, it sure has turned out to be probably one of my most unique franchises I've started. But anyways though, for number 1993, we're going to focus on a little bit of history here for this very point. The Clear Lake Incident, or as many would call it, the death of Big Bopper, Ritchie Valens, and Buddy Holly. Basically, in early 1959, these were 3 singers, joined up by a pilot, who operated a plane as a means to get to their new intended destination. Their touring bus had unfortunately broken down, does not have a heater that functions any longer. Their alternative was to take a plane as a means to get to their new destination. Unfortunately though, Clear Lake, Iowa happened to be the very spot where they would end up at, possibly due to a mechanical failure that happened within the aircraft itself. And these 3 singers, along with the pilots, were all dead on impact. As much of a tragic story as it could probably be, it's quite a big instance. The history that has developed within the lives of many singers, songwriters, composers, etc., etc. There's quite a big list of people out there that relate to music that have unfortunately tragically died due to some certain cause. And we certainly have, in fact, had quite a series of things happen. Aircraft, including helicopters and planes, have collided, or just simply malfunctioned and fallen all the way to the ground, causing a mass collision. Lethal chaos beyond belief. And with this being one of the most prominent cases of an aircraft malfunctioning during flight and colliding into the ground in the middle of a small township in Iowa, it certainly does stand as probably one of the most remembered moments in rock and roll history. Right up there with the death of Elvis Presley, supposedly from a heart attack. Or you could probably also state how Chuck Berry was able to live for over 90 years before eventually dying of natural causes. And with many other singers and songwriters, I could probably talk about them all day long. But this is morally just an example of many events that have happened in terms of singers' careers. And whether or not you yourself want to become your own singer or songwriter, do know the many risks in play. As with anyone that could be popular. But you know what though? Destiny is destiny. And who are we to stop any bit of it? That's pretty much it for this part here. I was pretty hopeful here that some historical events would eventually have to be talked about here on HJN. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel to make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.